Hi, it's Jillian, and it's the spookiest time of year. Halloween's around the bend, or at least here and now where I am, is October 2020, which means the world's on fire and may end any second. Anyway, I've been having a really hard time this year getting into the spooky spirit. So, I've been watching way too much TV and way too many movies that's probably not healthy for me. But it gave me a thought to give y'all a list of my spooky, folly-filling type media. And hopefully you'll find these interesting and find them on your own and watch them, and maybe you'll find a new favorite, and who knows, you might already have seen some of these, most of these probably, and you can tell me, Jillian, that's one of my favorites too. Let me know all that stuff below. And please keep in mind, some of my taste in media is atrocious, so do not make fun of me. I don't have good taste. I am aware of it, at least. Anyway, on with the list. These are in no particular order, and I hope you enjoy. Pretty much anything Scooby-Doo. Some of them are better than others. Mystery Incorporated, Where Are You? There's so many, like A Pup Named Scooby-Doo is surprisingly good. Of the movies, my favorite of the Scooby-Doo stuff is The Witch's Ghost, Zombie Island, and The Reluctant Werewolf. Now, for The Reluctant Werewolf, I grew up with it, and the VHS copy, which I'm aging myself terribly now, it's like 30-40 minutes long. It may be longer than that, but it's not a terribly long cartoon. It had like little short intermission type breaks, and it would like interrupt the movie with like safety tips for Halloween. So it was meant as a Halloween special. So it was like, hey kids, don't forget to have your parents check your candy. Hey kids, don't forget to look both ways while crossing the street and wear reflective tape. That sort of stuff. And like, if you've not seen it, I feel like it's kind of like a hidden gem along with Ghoul School. Reluctant Werewolf, basically Shaggy gets transformed into a werewolf, and he can get to be human again by racing in a wacky race. And he has like Scrappy and Scooby and like a girlfriend named I forget her name. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it's really interesting. Anyhow, Gravity Falls, which I know technically happens in the summer, but it has a Halloween ripoff type holiday special in it, for goodness sakes. The Beetlejuice animated series, which I actually liked better than the movie. I know, strange. The Addams Family, both the 90s version and the black and white version. The Munsters, which, like, if anything needs to be rebooted, that needs to be rebooted. Like, honestly, it would be cute and adorable, and, like, please, like, it needs it so bad. But maybe there's just not an interest in it or something. I don't know. Yu Yu Hakusho, which I know is like a weird one to pick. It just has that creepy vibe, maybe because of all the demons and the ghosts and spirits and whatnot. Like, there's so many, honestly. How to Keep Your Mummy or How to Keep a Mummy, I forget which it is. It's free on Crunchyroll if you're ever curious. It's like 13 episodes, 12 or 13. Anyway, it's cute, adorable, it's funny, but it has that creepy aesthetic, and like, I don't know, I just fell in love with it, and it's adorable. And Munchan, I think, is the little mummy's name. I just want to squish his little face. Like, I don't know that it would ever be picked up for a second season because it ended pretty perfectly, and it's adorable, okay? Teen Werewolf, the first one, I didn't like the second one. Clue, The Addams Family, the two ones from the 90s, the movies, Coraline, anything Tim Burton, really. My favorites, personally, is Nightmare Before Christmas, Sleepy Hollow, and Corpse Bride. They give the most, like, I like Beetlejuice too, but it's not like my all-time favorite. I think I didn't really appreciate it until I was a little bit older. Like, I technically saw it as a kid. The Goonies, which I know is a weird one too, but it has that kind of fall crispness to it. Again, I think it happens in the summer. Maybe it's just the pirate ship that gives off those vibes. Pirates of the Caribbean, the Curse of the Black Pearl. Like, I didn't like any of the other ones, but the first one, I loved it. Bewitched, there's a Halloween special for it. It's, I don't know, I thought it was adorable. I think Samantha gets crowned like Queen Witch or something, if I remember correctly. There's like a couple of Halloween specials for Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the 90s one. The original movie Sabrina the Teenage Witch is another good choice. Hocus Pocus is like a classic. Paranorm, if you have not seen it, go see it. Like, for real. The Monster House is what it's called. That's really good and has that, like, it actually happens during Halloween, I believe. There's actually one that I saw recently. Now, it's not one of my personally favorites, but something I would recommend you seeking out and watching it. It's like My Very Scary Fairy Godmother. It's like stupid, but I think it's cute, particularly young kids. And I know that's like, maybe you grew up with it, but I didn't grow up with it, so I'm not like nostalgically attached to it, but it's cute. It's something I would share with my future kids potentially, and definitely would recommend to my friend who has a daughter. Danny Phantom, particularly the first season, is another good thing to watch. The second season's okay, the third one's like, it's okay. It could have been worse, I guess. A lot of the Batman movies give off that vibe. The first two, particularly, and then Lego Batman, like, I don't know, I liked Lego Batman. Practical Magic, Brothers Grimm, I'm sure I'm missing some. Hotel Transylvania, I liked all three of them, I know. Like I said, I don't necessarily have good taste in media. The first one was really good. The second one was okay. The third one was okay. Like, if you're dying for something Halloween, you have nothing better to watch, at least give it a try. I'm just saying. If you're a bit more mature, The Magus Bride. But I will warn you, this series is super dark. Like, it has some dark moments. And it has some stuff that I would not recommend for a young child to watch. And those who are sensitive to animal abuse, mental issues, might not want to watch this series. You have been warned, but it is a good series. It's beautifully animated, and it has that same creepy feel to it, particularly in certain episodes. Tin Man, which is like a sci-fi series that goes off on the Wizard of Oz. Like, I know that's a weird choice, but it has that kind of aesthetic. Halloween Town, particularly the first one. I liked the second one as well. The third one was, and the fourth one was, ugh. Like, you're welcome to love whatever you want to love, but no. Particularly the fact that they didn't get the same actress for the fourth one. Not saying that wouldn't have made it any better, but potentially. Slayers is another good one, and I know that that's an odd one too. It doesn't necessarily have the same folly feel, but it's a good series, and I recommend it any old time. And it has like some things that has that feeling, particularly the first and second season. This one's a weird one. Lady in the Water, like, and I actually like this movie, and I'm kind of ashamed. No one else likes it but me. I'm a party of one. But I like it, and I'm sorry. Alice, which is again a sci-fi series. It's based on Alice in Wonderland. And I know that's like weird, but it has like a lot of dark tones to it. And some of the sci-fi stuff is actually decent. Maybe not all of it, but some of it is. Particularly like the mini-series. Don't question. Like I said, I have kind of bad taste. Another like kind of weird one is Ever After. It doesn't necessarily have a spooky feel, but I always felt like it happened during the fall, and the fact that they have a masquerade type ball later in this movie kind of gives it that vibe. Like, I know I'm a little bit odd, but it's okay. At least I'm self-aware. There's a bunch other ones. Interview with a Vampire, which I actually have a story about. When I was about 16, a friend and his younger sister and his mother came to our neighborhood to trick or treat. And they stayed after, and we always watched movies, like some kind of movie. Usually tried to stick in that same Halloween feel. And anyway, we had told them what we had planned to watch. Told them what it was rated and why it was rated that. If I'm not mistaken, it's like rated M for mature, which is like adult audience only, I think. Like, you have to be, I think 16 or 18 to see it, maybe, without, like, I'm not saying you couldn't get permission from your parents to see it, but I don't know that you could necessarily see it in theaters without showing ID. Anyhow, they were like, okay, it's fine. I don't know if they didn't believe us or if they thought we wouldn't watch such a thing or we would change our minds. But we had told them, because we had seen it before, we're like, there's like explicit scenes of sexual things happening, and there's blood, there's gore, there's death, there's very dark, gruesome things, and they didn't listen to us. And the sister was like 7, maybe. She might have been 8. Anyhow, they didn't last very long, and he covered his eyes. My friend did. So, and he was like 17. He was like around my age. I just thought it was funny. We did warn them, like I said. The Burbs, which is like a Tom Hanks comedy, has that spooky aspect, and it's not necessarily a well-known one. Clash of the Titans, which I know is a weird one. Anyway, I hope you find some good ones in here for the future to watch. Let me know if you have some more suggestions. I'm always willing to give them a good old-fashioned try. I don't particularly like horror films, so I'm sorry if you expected that in my list. The only ones I kind of like is the Saw ones. Anyway, I hope you have a good rest of your day and a happy Halloween, and stay safe out there, wear your mask and all that good jazz. Remember to leave a like, a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, tell a friend. Like, I really do appreciate all the love and support. Anyway, bye.